DevOps.
Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. I see already some chat. Hey Rishabh, how are you? It's crazy, we share the same name, just there's one letter that's different. Yeah, let me know where are you joining from. And yeah, I wanted to, I don't know if you can see it in the background, and I'm hoping I can zoom enough later because I'm trying to fix my old PC there. This one I built around, I think 2019, end of 2019, maybe early 2020 is when I built this PC. I don't remember the specs anymore, but I do know it costed around $750. So it was pretty budget build. Since it was my first build, I didn't want to like spend too much money on it. I just needed it for light gaming, right? And for whatever I was learning back then. And I didn't had a PC. I only used my work laptop for like a year and a half before I built this. So yeah, it was kind of a big deal for me. So my first PC, and I was like, I'm so passionate about it. I'm so passionate about tech. I'm gonna build it myself. And I've watched a lot of YouTubers like, Tech Source, I believe, the ones that does setup wars, and then some other creators around, building PCs and stuff. So yeah, it was fun. It took me around 5 hours to build this. I built it in 2 days, so 2 hours on day one and then 3 hours on day two, and everything went kind of smooth. No, crazy stories to share. So Rishabh says we are also from Punjab. Yeah, we also share the same state from India. But yeah, let me know. Type in your cities or states that people are joining from, and we'll get started. Okay. So, coming back to my PC. So, I built a new one during the worst times. I could have built a new PC because of the prices. Um, I know for sure my graphics card right now that I have, and my when I'm pointing towards my right, that's where my current PC is, through which I'm streaming, right? And my graphics card at this point costs $300 less to what I paid for. So, worst time I could have built a PC, but here we are. Um, so the new one is it's pretty better than the old one. Also, I went for the full size case. So let me see if I can pull up my PC here that I have right now. If I go to my profile on Twitter, I'm sure I posted it sometime soon, so we won't have to scroll. So yeah, I posted on October 30th that bringing my old system to life. Which Linux flavor should I use? So we'll be going through, I don't know, whatever this chat suggests. Um, Headphone question mark. So what does that mean? Do you want to know what headphones do I have, or is my audio fine? If not, do let me know in the chat. Like I can see the bars going up, so I think my audio is fine. But yeah. Also, if you could elaborate on that comment about headphone. Okay, let's find my PC. So this is my current setup right now. And yeah, I have two monitors. This is my personal setup. This is the mic that I'm using. It's the Shure MV7, and these are the headphones that I'm wearing, right? And then I don't have the PC in this picture, so we'll keep scrolling. And then this is my work setup that you can see in the background, right? So I have one monitor and my work laptop. But yeah, I'll come back to the headphones, which headphones I'm using, but let me find my PC. I swear I shared it. Come on. I guess I could have just searched PC. Okay, I think there we go. Finally. So this is my current custom build. I have the Ryzen 5 5600X. Was pretty good upgrade. I think that one has a pretty budget CPU. And then I have the Radeon RX 6600 XT. And if you're wondering what I'm showing, I forgot to share my screen. So here is my screen. This is what I'm looking at. This is my current PC. RAM 32. It's 64 gigs of RAM now. I upgraded it, and I built this last year. Yeah, so those are the specs right now. And this one, I believe it's a RX 580 for the graphics card on the old PC that I have sitting in the back. Yeah, so I have Kali open here. I have tried Pop OS in the past, and that was my go-to OS for Linux. I have also tried Ubuntu, and I've worked with Ubuntu a lot. We used Ubuntu at work for our servers, so I have good experience with Ubuntu. And then Pop is really similar to Ubuntu, but I think one thing I love about Pop is they have integrated the drivers come built in, so you don't have to search for drivers when you install the OS. But yeah, because if I click on download, you can see the NVIDIA drivers are. No, I don't want to start the download, but you see what I mean. And coming back to the headphones question that the chat had, so I have Logitech headphones. I just don't know what model it is, so we'll look it up. Go to Logitech G, and they're wireless. They come with a USB receiver, and they're also Bluetooth. I love the USB receiver because I've had issues with Bluetooth devices on Windows, and it's not a good experience with Bluetooth for me. With Windows, Mac, it works fine. How do I go to audio? Oh, there we go. Gaming audio. Oh, they released some new headphones. These look pretty good. Yeah, these are the ones that I have. They're on sale right now. I got it for $50. They're really good. I didn't need a boom mic or a dedicated mic in my headphones because I use this Shure mic. So this was the right option for me. The only color available at the local store was this. I feel like this looks really better, but again, I would have loved purple with black. But yeah, these are the headphones that I use. So they're called G435. They're on sale right now for $69. Not bad. The battery on these things are really good. And then it is USB-C, so I have like one USB-C charger that I use for everything. But yeah, let's address some other questions. Thanks for confirming. Audio is fine. Awesome. Someone asked if I play GTA 5. Yes, I do. And I'm going to start playing again. I used to play it a lot during peak COVID times. And I'll start playing it again. Price of your PC right now, the one that I have, given all the upgrades that I've done over the year, it will be around $2,500 to $3,000. Why I'm giving you a range? Because when I bought the pods, they were super expensive. As I was talking in the beginning, the prices have gone down. My GPU itself is $200 cheaper now when I bought it. So, yeah, $2,500, roughly $2,500, could be less. But yeah, so these are my headphones. I don't know which. So this small PC, let me change back the screen to bigger screen. Okay, so this small PC, I took it all apart. So just the CPU and the cooler was installed on the motherboard. There were no RAM sticks, no GPU. All of it was stowed. And I gave it to my brother. So I have a younger sibling. He lives in Edmonton. And I'm like, you can build this system out if you want. All of the parts are already there. You just have to buy, a monitor, keyboard, and mouse. And you can get a gaming PC. Not bad deal. But we ended up buying a gaming laptop because it's easier for him. He moves around, so it's easier for him, more convenient, right? And so I was in Edmonton last week to see my brother for Diwali. So anyone from India, they know there was a huge festival week ago. So I was there to see my brother and celebrate Diwali for 10 days. And so I brought back the pads and I installed them 2 days ago. So I have the graphics card installed. I have the motherboard inside the case. I have the power supply. Everything is, I don't know if I have connected the power supply cables to the motherboard. Well, we'll see. And for the SSD, I was not left with anything because I use NVMe and some spare SSDs that were left on my current main working station for, game storage and stuff like that. So I bought this team group SSD, so M.2 NVMe SSD. Let me get it out because I feel like it was not expensive. I got this for $39. I'm like amazed to see like the pricing we see on SSDs now. I remember buying an SSD 4 years ago or 5 years ago, and they were expensive. But yeah, this is a 500 gig. Just got it out of the packaging. 512, 5 years of warranty. Nothing crazy. But yeah, let me get it out of the case. And then I have a USB. I used this in the past. I think I installed Linux or like Kali Linux on spare laptop for someone. So I do believe this has Kali on it. But yeah, I don't know what we should choose. I'm kind of debating. I don't know if I want to do Pop OS, but maybe Ubuntu or Kali. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, let me know what operating system do you use, or what have you used within the Linux family. Hey, Zach. Zach says, not too shabby. I'm guessing this is for the price for the PC. And Pradeep says, I'm from commerce background. Can I get job in IT? Yeah, you just have to build skills in IT. You'll get a job. Bro, I'm going to Georgian for computer programming diploma in Toronto. Please give me some tips. Oh, we should definitely meet up sometime. I am in Toronto more than I want to be. No hate for Toronto. It's just the traffic that I hate because I have to drive, right? And yeah, we could catch up someday. I don't know what tips you're looking for, like career tips or just tips for your diploma, tips for living in Canada. So if you could be more specific, that would be awesome. Technical Hasiber says, hi, how are you? I'm great. We are trying to just bringing back it to life. My old PC. And I brought back the pods in a suitcase back from Edmonton. My brother had these pods. I lent it to him, and now I have to make sure it works or not because, it was packed, jammed in the suitcase. Okay, so I'm kind of deciding between Pop OS, Ubuntu, and Kali for the flavor that we should install on my machine here. Okay, I'm coming in April. Tips for being good in the field of computer programming. One tip I would give you is learn how you learn. So try different things, right? See if you what is the best way you learn new things. And once you have kind of nailed that, maybe it's books for you, maybe it's video-based courses, and also learn how to learn. So specifically in tech, things will change really fast and rapidly. And if you're not current or up to date, it is harder to progress and build a career. Um, so I would say, yeah, just learn how to learn, and yeah, like build a habit of self teaching yourself, because after your diploma is done, uh, I like coming from personal experience, I had to learn a lot of new things like Git, source control. Like I didn't had a clue what it was because my diploma was strictly computer networking and technical support. So a lot of hardware and networking focus, right? And then once I entered the industry and I knew I was in help desk, so I knew I wanted to, do something different. And that's when I learned like all these new skills and technologies. So cloud and, learned a few programming languages, learned scripting, learned Linux. So yeah, just learn how to learn and you should be good, and get into habit of, self-teaching yourself, like Googling and reading articles, going through, interesting videos that you might find. Technical Hasabur says, what country do you live in? I'm in Canada. I'm based out of Kitchener right now, which is on the East Coast. So yeah. Risha says, yes, that is a very important skill. Yeah, I think that's the most important skill I can think of when I'm giving advice to, people that are either paving their way to get into tech. If we learn any language now, we can survive in Google. I don't know what that means. Thank you, man. Oh, so why didn't I take computer programming diploma? I didn't know about it. um, but I did know once I came here and I could switch to it. The only reason I didn't switch is because it was 3 years. So it was a 3 year diploma instead of the 2 year diploma that I was doing. And international students know that the tuition is quite expensive. So that meant another 2 semesters of, high tuition fees. And I'm like, I would rather graduate and then learn on my own and, be in the industry. And I think that was the good decision. So I stick to my computer networking diploma, which was 2 years, graduated, and then here we are. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch this back to this screen, and hopefully you can see the PC in the background. I've got a power cable with me, right? And I'll just plug in and see if I can get to the BIOS, because that will be a relief, and will make sure that the parts are running. And then until then, I'll do a poll of which flavor we should pick. So, what do we have? We have Ubuntu, we have Pop, we have Kali. Okay. Start a poll. Which Linux flavor should I install? Kali, Ubuntu, Pop OS. Okay, so I just did a poll in the chat. Start voting, and then until then, I'm gonna try to see if this works. Okay. Okay, so the moment of truth. Gonna hit the power button and see if it turns on. Okay. So we have got some red lights. Um, those are the fans. So one of the fan has red LED lights. So that's a good sign. I can see the power supply, but I don't see anything on the monitor. Okay. It's it's funny because I haven't plugged the HDMI cable. Okay, I don't see I don't see anything on the monitor, even though the HDMI is plugged in. I made sure the monitor is turned on, like it has power. The fans are spinning on my PC. As you can see, the CPU cooler fan is also spinning. You see some lights on the motherboard, the white thing. If I can point it at, yeah, there we go. But yeah, okay. I don't know what's wrong, but we'll figure it out while I answer some questions here. Um, Genius. Oh, I don't know if it's genius, but it worked out for me, so I guess made the right decision. Jackson George. Hey Jackson, welcome to the stream. For diploma students, is it hard to break into tech industry in Canada? I I don't I don't think so. Um, if you need some motivation, like I've done it. I feel like um, I've had a pretty good career. Sorry, I'm opening up my LinkedIn just to give you some perspective. Um, okay, so I don't have a computer science degree yet. I have a 2-year diploma in computer networking and technical support. I used to work at a gas station. I started in help desk as technical support specialist. I was in that role for a year. I learned cloud computing. I learned AWS, got a certification, moved into or was promoted to the cloud operations engineer role. I worked in that role for 2 years, and during those 2 years, my towards the end of the second year, my focus was a lot of the focus was on Git and version control and IAC, which stands for infrastructure as code, which is why the team decided I should move to DevOps engineer role. And I worked a year in that role, and then I joined Google in January this year as a technical solution specialist in the GCP team. Didn't like the role as much, so I left after 5 months, and I have joined Twilio as a staff developer evangelist. So, all of this with the diploma, but I had to self teach myself a lot of things like cloud, like programming, DevOps. So that's why I said in the earlier question when someone asked if I had any tips for them because they're coming for a diploma to Canada next year. And one great thing you can have in tech is self-taught or self-teaching skills. Learn how to learn and learn how you see things or grasp things, not see. But yeah, you get the point. Um, uh, Bro, what's the scope of ethical hacking here? There's a lot of scope. I know I don't specifically know about ethical hacking, but I know cyber and like cybersecurity. It'll just go up just by seeing the amount of smart devices we have now, and in order to have those smart devices secure, you need security engineers, and you need Red Hat engineers or Red Hat, red team, blue team kind of um, teams to so red team would work on hacking those devices and seeing what vulnerabilities are available and how that device can be not safe for consumer use. So yeah, I think there's a lot of scope in cyber in general or security in general. I myself am considering to develop some skills around that, specifically with cloud security, as more companies are now using cloud. We gotta make sure it's secure. Does cloud certifications matter? I was gonna say no, but they matter to some extent. You can check out my channel. The last video that I posted 9 days ago is on our cloud certifications worth it. If you're not a video person, I also published a blog, and my blog is available on blog.rishabkumar.com. So go check it out. I've kind of shared my thoughts if certifications are worth it. I think to a certain extent they are, but don't be like me. So I have 13 cloud certifications, and I don't think all of them were valuable of the time that I devoted to them. 2 or 3 are good. Given that you also have some hands-on experience, you have built some projects. Technical Hasiber says, brother, you are very friendly. Thank you so much. I don't know. Travis says, hey, Travis. So shout out Travis. Travis is my ex-manager when I was in DevOps, and great guy. I've learned a lot from him, so shout out Travis. And he says, why are you not using a Mac? Great suggestion. Great suggestion. Because I game a lot, and I know you'll come with a counter statement saying that buy a console. So I do have a console. I have my PS4. But yeah, I still love gaming on my PC. And I do have a Mac though. I do have a Mac. So this is my work Mac. I don't know if you can see. I've got a lot of stickers on it. This is a MacBook Pro 13-inch with M1 Pro. I got the same exact model for myself now because I love this thing so much. And that is my like portable, convenient machine that I can take when I'm traveling. The thing with Twilio's role is that I have to travel a lot to conferences and hackathons and meetups. So I do need a laptop that I can take with me, both personal and then I have a work laptops. Rockstar Manthan, hello brother. And then he said something in Hindi. I haven't forgotten you. I still remember. We used to. So if you don't know, I used to study computer science. I was going through a degree back in India. I dropped out after 1 year and came to Canada. Um, he was there. So Manthan was my college mate. Hey, welcome to the stream. I know we are talking after a long time. It's all about self-study. Not even the best university can make you good if you don't self-study. Bro, I should consider as an option. Or sorry, bro, should I consider cybersecurity as an option? Yeah, definitely. If that's something that interests you, you should consider that as an option. Try it out. Start learning some skills in cyberspace, like the cybersecurity space, and see if that looks interesting to you. If you're liking what you're learning, right? And if that's the case, yeah, it's you can have a great career in it. Try says no ease distros, only Gento without GUI. Gento. What's Gento? Sorry, I don't know about Gento. Oh, okay, yeah. I've seen that. Yeah, I do need the graphical interface, and the reason why I need it is because I plan on gaming on Linux someday, or I also plan on streaming on Linux, and that's why I'm sticking to pretty friendly Linux flavors, so Ubuntu, Pop, and Kali. And I see that it's tied between Kali and Ubuntu. So we gotta make sure you vote on the poll so that it's a tiebreaker. Like, please, someone just vote on the poll because right now it's 40% Ubuntu and 40% Kali. Champ says PC gaming versus console gaming. PC gaming for sure. Console gaming, I feel like I like both. I'm not gonna lie. I use my PS4, if not daily, at least 3 times a week, and then I also game on my PC. Because I love playing Warzone on my PC, but I love playing Rocket League on my console. I also love some of the Sony exclusives or PlayStation exclusives like Uncharted and others that are now coming to PC. But when I bought a PS4, they were exclusives. So hence my decision of buying both, having a gaming PC and a console. Bhavesh Sharma says certs don't matter as much as skills. Definitely. If you have certs, right? If you have skills, you can get a job without certs and just having skills. You cannot get a job without skills and just having certs. But yeah, certs only matter if you're learning from them. And that brings me back to my article here of are cloud certifications worth it? So if you want to give that a read, just post it in the chat. Try says, why are you switching to Linux though? Oh, so Try, welcome to the stream. Just a bit of context. So this is my PC right now, the one that I'm streaming from. And this one has Windows 11 on it. And this is my current daily machine that I use. But I built a PC back in, I want to say 2019, 2020. And it was a budget build. So it does have a graphics card and a decent CPU. And I'm planning on doing some Linux study sessions. And that's why I'm thinking of installing Linux on it and then streaming directly from it. Because I have a spare system lying around, right? So that's why I'm going for Linux, because I already have a Windows machine. Yeah, I get it. So Try says not saying Linux is not good, but if Windows works, why not stick with that or with what works? Yeah, definitely it works for me. Um, it's just that I have a machine lying around that has some good hardware. Why not utilize it for things that I want to try out? So um, I'm a advocate for Linux. I love using it. Um, Most of the servers, I have deployed in cloud were Linux, running Ubuntu or Amazon Linux. So now I have lost kind of a touch with that. So having a dedicated machine running Linux is what I need, I think. And then also I want to try gaming on Linux and also streaming on Linux, and we'll see how that works out. Windows subsystem for Linux. Oh yeah, I use it. I use that daily. Here, I have Kali. I have Ubuntu. I don't know if you can see it. I'll zoom in. So if I click on Ubuntu, it should bring up my WSL Ubuntu instance, and then I also have Kali, and I also have the graphical interface for Kali installed. But yeah, I use WSL. I love that you can use WSL with VS Code. If you don't know what I mean, is so I'm working on this project, but you can open a remote window, and then your VS Code will open in the Linux environment. So you can see a new WSL window, or you can reopen this particular project in WSL. So it'll be like you're running VS Code on Linux. But yeah, I love WSL. Try says good luck. Thank you. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. I couldn't get to the bias. I don't know why. But let's see what the poll is at right now. Cali 42, let's go. But Ubuntu is 42. What? I said do a tiebreaker, not tie them again. So we are at 42 to 42 again between Ubuntu and Kali. Since I said on the stream that I am kind of interested in. No, I don't know. I was gonna say, since I said I'm kind of interested in security, maybe I'll install, Kali, and then that'll give me a workstation that I can use to also upskill myself with cybersecurity tools. Okay. Kali 46, let's go. Jackson says, you play GTA 5? Yes, I do. I haven't played it in a while, but the plans are to start playing it again. I'm probably looking for a session this Saturday because I have some time on the weekends. And then I have a sibling that I used to play with, and he's finally free on the weekends. And yeah, I have some other cousins that I used to play GTA 5 with, so it'll be fun. We played GTA 5 online. I love the heist, so planning to get back to GTA 5 and also waiting for GTA 6. So, oh, the other game that I'm looking forward to is Modern Warfare 2. I don't know if anyone in the chat has played it or already played it. I think it came out last Friday, so it's almost a week now. But yeah, looking forward to that. I haven't bought it yet. I think it is expensive though. It's $90 if I'm not mistaken. Battle.net. Okay, all games. Modern Warfare 2. By now. Yeah, $90 Canadian. It's pretty expensive, I would say. Okay, so what I want to do now is install this SSD, which I got for this particular system. If I can get it out. Come on. Out of the packaging. Here it is. The M.2 NVMe SSD. It's a 500. Yeah. 500 gigabyte. Let's get it in. I can't take my mic, unfortunately, with me, so I'll have to come back to chat. But yeah, keep posting messages, but if I don't get to them right away, I'll eventually get to them when I'm back on my chair. Okay, so I have the NVMe installed. I don't know how much I can zoom in. Okay, that's a pretty good zoom. Feel like. So I have the NVMe SSD installed right there. Now we just gotta make sure. I know that this stick, this USB stick has Linux on it, Kali specifically. So we'll try booting it to this USB and then going through the installation process. But we didn't get any output on the display or on the monitor. So we'll see if we can get something. If not, that is kind of concerning because then we'll have to troubleshoot and find out what's going wrong. Vetri says, do gaming videos on your channel. Sure, I don't know. Maybe I'll start Twitch streaming. I do have a Twitch, but I haven't streamed in like 2 years. So the USB is plugged in, the power is plugged in. I don't have a wired keyboard. Um, at the desk, I do have it in storage, so I'll go get that. Okay. So I've got the keyboard. We'll plug that in and we'll try to boot into the USB stick. Okay. So we were able to boot into the USB stick. As you can see in the monitor, the Kali interface has loaded up. So awesome. This means at least the graphics card is working, because I had a feeling it was not, because we couldn't get to the BIOS earlier. So yeah, we'll get with the Kali installation. Okay. So I'm guessing something's wrong with the USB stick that has Kali on it because I haven't like I didn't write the image. I think this is from like a year old when I installed Linux for my friend, and I haven't since touched it. So something is wrong because it runs into an issue that cannot, like, it says something about the media installation that it cannot mount correctly the USB stick. So we'll try rewriting Kali image to it. So, but now I see the poll at Ubuntu being 53%. So let me download Ubuntu too. Oh, I do have Ubuntu 2204 desktop. Okay, that's good. Try has a couple of messages. So streamers that use Linux usually mirror the video output from Linux onto their Windows machine and stream from Windows. Probably because audio and video drivers usually work only on Windows and things like Stream Deck. You could try installing Ubuntu because it boots into live environment. You can check if the display, video, sound, Bluetooth works before installing. Quick question. Try it since I feel like you have some experience. So I get it. I've seen people using two systems, right? They have a gaming system or gaming PC, and then they also have a streaming PC, right? And I could have Googled this and watched some YouTube videos, but my question is, how do you get the video? So with the capture card, I get it. I have a capture card that captures the video from my mirrorless camera, right? But if I plug that in, so if I plug that capture card in to the HDMI out of my Linux machine or my gaming machine and then plug it to the USB port, how would I access the I can access the output in OBS, but how would I play it? Like, would I play it watching it on the OBS, or are there some apps that you can capture USB video and kind of see how you're playing? I don't know if I explained my issue correctly or like the doubts that I have. But anyways, we'll try and writing the Ubuntu image to my USB stick. So what I use is okay. So just give me a second because I think my camera just froze on me, even though it's connected. Okay, let's find out what's going on. Okay. Yeah, my camera is just like okay, there we go. Got it back. Awesome. So okay, now I see it being viewed. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, so we have Ubuntu installed or downloaded, and what I use is Banana Etcher. Yep, there we go. So this is the tool that I use to write stuff to SD card in case of Raspberry Pi or USB. So we'll select the target here, the Kingston Data Transfer 3.0 USB device. That's my USB stick. I'll click on Flash, and it'll start flashing. So we'll wait for that to happen. And while that's happening, we got some chat. So not so sure, but there is a Twitch streamer that did an interview about his setup and other stuff. Oh, okay. Could you tell me the name of the Twitch streamer? I know you posted the timestamp. You said from 6 he explains about his setup. I think you cannot post links in the chat, so that might be the issue if you're trying to paste that. Thank you. Okay, so let's find this Twitch streamer. DevTool time with the prime gen. Okay. Oh, the video is on YouTube. Okay. Did I search something wrong? Can't seem to find it. The interview is on different channel. Okay, so let's search that. I'm guessing it's this. Okay, we'll make sure to watch that and look at the progress of our flashing the USB drive. So we are almost halfway there. And once that's done, we'll install Ubuntu. Oops. Okay, so Ubuntu is our choice of OS as per the poll, and I've ended that poll. And what I would say is, you like to see gaming streams? Control X, start a poll. Twitch, YouTube. Okay. When you boot into Ubuntu, make sure you check all your devices work properly before actually installing it. Noted. Noted. You mean like the actual devices on the motherboard, right? Okay, gotta fix this camera. That's better. Okay. How much is left? So it's validating the flash that we started for Ubuntu image on our USB stick. So I'm waiting for that to finish, and then I'll be pretty smooth ride, I want to say. If not, we'll see what happens. How do you spend free time that is not computer related? Oh, I play volleyball. I also play soccer. So yeah, your guess about sports was right. Um, I play. I haven't played soccer this season, but I play volleyball in three different leagues. It's on Tuesdays, and then there's a league on Wednesday, and then one on Fridays, which is today. So I have a match this evening. But yeah, that's what I like to do. Outside of computer related stuff. Along with, what else do I love? I love reading books, but then most of those books are also computer related, so I won't consider them. Like, I won't consider that hobby uh, to be outside of computer related stuff. Um, yeah, it's sports. It's sports for me. Yep. Okay. So the image is written. It just validated and flashed it. So go back. Go back to our PC back there and try installing Linux. Okay, so it's booting up. Okay, so it's loading Ubuntu right now, or the live system. So yeah, we'll have Ubuntu running after the installation is done. But yeah, right now it's just trying to load the live system off the USB stick, and to be honest, that USB stick is not the fastest one, so it takes some time to load up the live system. And you can see I don't know if you can see the Ubuntu logo, it's down, but that's the motherboard logo. Yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat for me. Could be cloud, DevOps, career, tech, or just general questions. And since I shared my LinkedIn before, um, here's link to my LinkedIn profile if anyone wants to connect. Because we did this in the last stream, and a lot of people wanted to connect with me on LinkedIn. I guess. I'm switching Windows to Ubuntu. Any suggestions how I can do so? Um, no dual boot. Oh, so you don't need dual boot. Depends. Do you have a separate? Like that's why I keep things. So I have like three drives, three physical drives on my main PC. One is just strictly for the OS, so I have Windows 11 on it, and then I have one drive for just games. That's a 2 terabyte drive, and then I have one drive for all of my data. Could be video, could be, you know, anything else, files, uh, general storage. And why I say that is because if I want to change OS, given that the file type is supported and the drive is formatted in the right format, I can install Ubuntu or any type of Linux flavor on a different drive and connect that and just unplug my Windows drive. And that's why it's easier for my files to stay. Even if I rewrite a different OS to my currently Windows drive, it's fine because I have files and stuff in the different physical drive, if that makes sense. So if that's the case with you, it should be easy. You just erase everything on the OS drive for Windows. I don't know how much of the files that you need are stored on the OS drive. But if you heard a chime, that was the Ubuntu loading up in the background. We can see the cool purple gradient wallpaper. Marco says, at which point do you start applying for jobs as a fresh DevOps? Once you have at least one solid project that you can talk inside out, you have documented it on GitHub, you know how the CI/CD pipeline works, you know how the version control, like if it's on GitHub, you know, you can explain that the version control is controlled by GitHub. The CI/CD pipeline works with GitHub Actions, maybe, and just have those explaining points. If there's a capability of having IAC, so infrastructure as code, you might have, you know, Terraform files in or CloudFormation files in your source control too. How you're doing the observability part of it. If that app can be containerized, make sure you have a containerized version. And once you have a project with that capabilities and you are comfortable talking about it and talking about the design decisions that you had to make, I think you should feel ready to apply for the DevOps job. I hope that answers your question. Going back to installing Ubuntu on my spare PC, I'll go through the prompts and get that going. See if I can connect this mouse. Probably need a wired one. Okay. So I have the installation in progress and I had to connect it to the Wi Fi, create a user password, and also name the PC itself. So now it's installing Ubuntu to the NVMe drive that we just installed earlier. Marco says cheers, and then he has some suggestion for Rishav, who's trying to install Ubuntu on his Windows PC. Um, so you can just format the drive if you are using a single drive within the Ubuntu installer and create partitions for Ubuntu to use. I don't suggest it unless you know what you're doing exactly. Um, that's my concern, is if you have files that are on the OS partition in your single drive, if you have a single drive and you don't want to lose those files, maybe take a backup before formatting that single drive and creating new partitions for Ubuntu installation. Uh, but yeah, if you know what you're doing, also try googling some stuff. But as I suggested, I'd like to have multi-drive design for my PC, where if something happens to the OS, my files are on a different drive. I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, now we just gotta wait for Ubuntu to install, which I believe it's gonna take some time. So that's kind of it for today's stream. I guess I've been streaming for almost 90 minutes now. And yeah, we have the Ubuntu being installed. We installed the NVMe drive. Our PC is working, right? And yeah, I'll post an update on Twitter. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, go check out my Twitter. It's at RishubK7. And yeah, I'll post an update on Twitter after the installation is done. Anyways, that was it for the stream today. I hope it was fun. We answered some career related questions, some DevOps questions, some cloud questions, and also we tried to bring this PC to life. Anyways, that's it. My Twitter link can be found in the chat. It's at RishubK7, and I'll see you in the next stream. Thanks for hanging out.